Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman, who is today making every effort to locate Jimmy Olsen, little realizing that he has fallen into the hands of the ruthless enemies of the Boy King. We'll learn more about it in a moment. But right now, Dan McCullough wants to have a word with you. Go ahead, Dan.
Say, gang, wouldn't you like to have your own private communication system that you could set up between your own room and your brother's or your sister's room and hold private conversations any time of the day or night? Why, of course you would. And, gang, now's your chance to get one. For a short time only, the Kellogg Company, makers of that super delicious cereal, Kellogg's Pep, are offering you a wonderful cardboard model walkie-talkie that really works. This exciting model walkie-talkie is patterned after the one our fighting men use in action, and the things you can do with it are really amazing. Now, this Kellogg model walkie-talkie comes all ready to put together with full instructions printed on the mailing envelope. With it, you get 2 aerial sticks, a tuning-in dial, and a receiver transmitter, along with 48 feet of communication line. Think of that, gang. This means that once your Kellogg walkie-talkie is properly set up, you can give the receiver transmitter to a pal, and both of you can talk and listen from 48 feet away. That's quite a distance, gang. That's as far as from one room to another, or almost clear across the schoolyard. Now, here's how you get your Kellogg model walkie-talkie. Send 2 Pep box tops and 10 cents in cash, along with your name and address clearly printed, to Superman, Box 80, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's 2 Pep box tops and 10 cents in cash, along with your name and address clearly printed, to Superman, Box 80, Battle Creek, Michigan. Now, you probably have one open package of Pep at home, so ask your mother to get you another so that you can send in the 2 box tops with your dime right away. But hurry, gang, this offer is good for only a short time.
And now, The Adventures of Superman. On the trail of what he thought might be an ordinary newspaper story, Jimmy Olsen found himself involved in a vast international plot to force the Boy King of Morania to sign away his right to the throne. Yesterday, as you remember, Count Monarch, leader of the faction sympathetic to the Nazis, the faction attempting to gain control of Morania because of its valuable oil fields, had abducted Jimmy and the Boy King in the hope of forcing the young ruler to sign papers of abdication. But on Jimmy's advice, he refused. As we join them now, Count Monarch, furious at Jimmy's interference, screamed,
I have heard enough of this stupid talk. Pablo!
Yeah, Count Monarch.
Take him out of here and get rid of him. Permanently.
It will be a pleasure.
That's what you think. Keep away, muttonhead, or I'll bust you one on the snoot.
Well, what are you waiting for, Pablo? Get him out of here.
Yeah, come.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Let go.
Lift him off his feet. Carry him to the door.
Yeah.
Put me down, you big ox. Put me down.
Wait, I'll sign the paper.
Pablo, put him down.
Yeah.
Quick. Here is the pen, Your Majesty.
Hold it, Chuck. Don't be a dope. Don't sign it.
But if I don't, he'll kill you.
Never mind about me. These guys are crooks. They're crooks and Nazi lovers.
Silence, you young fool.
Nuts to you.
Pablo!
Wait, Count Monarch.
What is it?
I'll sign the paper if you'll give me 5 more minutes with my friend so that I can talk to him.
I have already given you time enough.
Just 5 more minutes, please.
Very well. But this is your last chance. Come, Pablo.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting outside the door.
What'd you do that for, Chuck?
Jim, please, you gotta listen to me. You gotta understand about all this.
I understand. I understand plenty. These rats are trying to take over your country so they can give it to the Nazis.
But, Jim, it isn't my country, really. This is my country, the United States.
What are you talking about? You're King of Morania, aren't you?
Well, that's what they all say, but
Either you are or you aren't. And if you are, then you got no right to turn it over to a gang of crooks.
But they'll kill you if I don't.
Oh, that's a lot of hogwash. They're not killing me so fast. Now, Chuck, set me straight on something. Who's the guy that found you and wants to take you back to Morania? The guy you were going into Metropolis to meet.
The ambassador, Dr. Traeger.
Oh, is he a good guy?
Oh, yeah, sure. The reason he wants me to go back to Morania is because he wants to make a republic out of it, just like here. He said if I did that, then I could come back if I wanted to.
Oh, I get it now. This guy Manic doesn't want a republic. He wants to put someone else in as king, right?
Yeah, my cousin, Dr. Traeger said. He's a friend of Hitler's.
And you want to sign that paper? And let your cousin turn the country over to the Nazis?
So what else can I do, Jim?
We gotta get out of here. Gotta get to Metropolis somehow. You can't sign that paper, Chuck. Because if you do, you'll be sabotaging the Allies.
But if I don't, they'll
If
have...
you say they'll kill me once more, you're gonna get crowned. Not like a king.
All I'm trying to do, Jim, is protect you.
Well, stop protecting me. I can take care of myself. Now, look. We've gotta figure something out. Gotta use our heads. There's only two of them. Monik and that mush-mouthed Pavlov. There's two of us, too. 2 against 2's not so bad.
But they're bigger than we are. And maybe they even have guns.
Well, that's why I say we gotta use our heads. You remember what Abraham Lincoln or Horace Greeley or one of those smart guys said? The pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, but in this case,
Hey, wait a minute. The pen. The fountain pen.
What fountain pen?
The one Nanak handed you when he wanted you to sign that paper.
What about it?
I got it, Chuck. I got it all figured out. We're gonna show them that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Why, I don't understand, Jim.
Oh, you just listen and I'll explain everything. But we gotta hurry. The time's almost up.
Okay, shoot.
Oh, here's the setup. When Nanak comes back, tell him you decided to sign the paper.
But if I do...
Listen to me and don't interrupt. You haven't much time. When he hands you the fountain pen, make like you're gonna sign your name. But instead, flip up the little lever. You know, the lever on the side of the pen that you used to fill it. And squirt the ink right in his face.
Gosh.
The minute you do that, I'll make a dive for Pavlov. I'll hit him with a flying tackle and knock him down. In the meantime, you head for the door while Nanak is still floundering around with the ink all over his ugly puss. And I'll follow you.
But where'll we go?
Golly. Well, this is a warehouse. There must be a door or something that leads to the street. Do you remember how we came in?
No, it was so dark I couldn't see.
Oh, never mind. We'll find a way out. Now, Chuck, have you got everything straight?
Yeah. I hope it works.
Golly, it's gotta work, Chuck. It's our only chance.
I'm shaking like a leaf.
Take it easy. Now, don't let on we got something cooked up.
I'll try not to.
You all set?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Call Nanak in.
Drawing a deep breath, the frightened youngster who has suddenly become the key figure of an international plot to turn over a precious supply of oil to the crumbling Nazi empire prepares to follow out Jimmy's hastily conceived plan. Meanwhile, not many miles away in Perry White's private office at the Daily Planet, Clark Kent and Lois Lane are conversing softly as the gray-haired editor talks over the phone.
Yes, that's right. The train was due in at Metropolis at 4:50. Believe me,
I keep blaming myself, Clark, for letting Jimmy go into that private car alone.
Yes, I'll wait. Take your
Ridiculous,
time.
Lois. You couldn't possibly
wanna
imagine
be sure to
anything
get
like
this
this
right,
was
you
going
know.
to happen.
There's a
It
great
really
deal at
is
stake.
fantastic. With most of the civilized world fighting for democracy, someone finds
you
a
got
boy king living in the heart of democracy's birthplace.
Fine. Okay.
Yes?
Kent, take this down.
Okay, right, Chief.
The private car was engaged by Dr. Nicholas Traeger.
Spell it, Chief.
Can you spell that last name, please? T-R-E-G-O-R.
Yeah, I've got it.
Well, do you know where he can be reached? Oh, the Moranian consulate, huh? Yeah, I see. He's the ambassador. Uh-huh. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Wilkins. I won't forget this. Goodbye, sir.
Oh, that's it, huh? The private car was engaged by Dr. Nicholas Tregor, the Moranian ambassador, and he can be reached at the consulate. Is that right?
Right. Now what?
Call the consulate.
At this hour of the morning? What time is it?
Let's see. 10 minutes to 6.
Now, what difference does the time make? This may be a matter of life or death. Give me that phone.
Now, Lois, don't go off the
Oh,
handle.
the Chief's right, Lois.
Sure, the chief's right, and you're right, and everyone else is right. But in the meantime, Jimmy may be dying somewhere.
Look, wait a minute. I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of calling, I'll go over to the consulate. It's just a few blocks from here on Tremont Avenue.
That's fine. I'll go with you.
Now, wait a minute. Nobody's leaving this office.
Now, wait a minute,
I
Chief.
may need you.
Then I'm going to call the consulate.
Lois!
Let her call, Chief. She's right. It may be a
Operator.
matter of life and death.
Clark Kent doesn't know how close to the truth he is. For even at this very moment, Jimmy and the boy King are about to make their desperate bid for escape. We'll return in a moment to learn what happens. But first, let's hear from our good friend.
Say, gang, have you gotten your own Kellogg model walkie-talkie yet? Well, if you haven't, you better get busy right now. Here's what you do. Send 2 box tops from packages of Kellogg's Pep, along with the dime and your name and address clearly printed, to Superman, Box 80, Battle Creek, Michigan. If you hurry, gang, you'll be rushed a wonderful cardboard model of a walkie-talkie that really works. And believe me, you're in for plenty of fun and thrills. This Kellogg model walkie-talkie is nearly a foot high, done in regular Army color, and it comes with full instructions for assembling. With it, you get 2 aerial sticks, a tuning-in dial, and a receiver transmitter, along with 48 feet of communication line. And, gang, once you get your Kellogg walkie-talkie all set up, you can perform all kinds of amazing and impressive stunts. With somebody else operating the receiver transmitter, both of you can talk and listen almost clear across the schoolyard or down the block. Best of all, if you get your pals to send in for their Kellogg walkie-talkies, too, you can hook them all together and have a wonderful private communication system that covers twice or 3 times the distance. But you gotta act fast now, gang. Send the 2 pep box tops and a dime, along with your name and address, clearly printed, to Superman, Box 80, Battle Creek, Michigan. And get your pals to do the same. Remember, this amazing offer is good for only a short time.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. In the dimly lit office of a large warehouse adjoining the Metropolis waterfront, Jimmy Olsen and Chuck Barrett, the newly found boy king, are about to enact Jimmy's plan of escape. Count Munich and his bull-necked henchman Pavlov have just entered the office. The door closes behind them. Munich strides over to where Chuck is seated.
I assume, Your Majesty, you have made a decision.
Yes.
You will sign the document, abdicating the throne of Morania in favor of your cousin, Prince Karl?
Yes.
It's a wise decision. Pavlov, bring over that small table.
Yeah.
Here is the document, and here is a fountain pen with which to sign. We'll place your signature in the bottom line in the right-hand corner. Well, take the fountain pen.
Go ahead, Chuck. Take it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, sign your name.
Sign it, Chuck. Sign it in his face.
Pablo!
Oh, no, you don't, Pablo. Try this on your bazooka. Run, Chuck. Head for the door.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on, Jim.
Coming.
Come back here, you.
Which way now, Jim?
Gosh, I don't know. It's dark as pitch out here. We'll just have to take a chance. Come on, Chuck. Follow me.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Oh. What happened, Chuck?
I fell over a barrel.
Oh, golly. Come on, get up.
I can't, Jim. Oh, my leg. I think it's broken.
I'll carry you. Hold still.
No, Jim. That's dopey. You go for help.
And leave you here with those rats?
It's the best way, Jim. If they catch us both, we're finished. Go ahead, get help. Please, Jim.
Gee whiz. I don't know what to do.
Torn with indecision, Jimmy hesitates in the darkness of the warehouse loft. At any moment, Count Munich and Pavlov may come bursting out of the office. What shall he do? Stick with Chuck, or try to make his way out of the warehouse and get help? It isn't an easy decision to make on the spur of the moment, and a moment is all Jim has. Gang, there's 60 seconds of excitement in every minute of tomorrow's episode, so don't miss it. Tune in tomorrow and every day, Monday through Friday, and follow the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman, brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the makers of that super delicious cereal, Kellogg's Pep. Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.